And Uruguay will be desperate to make 5th place theirs, to salvage what little they can from what ultimately will be a disappointing Pan American Games for a group of players that for some, this will be their last opportunity to compete in a Games. That man there on the ball right now, Guillermo Lichtenstein, one of the elder statesmen who has been with this group forever. Quite remarkably, made his World Series debut back in 2011 in Las Vegas. Here he is in Santiago, launching the attack and inviting the dangerous runners of Los Terros onto the ball. Shipped out by Amarja into the centre to Lichtenstein. Ardal, the captain, does a 360, straightens up and then wins the penalty. Lichtenstein in a hurry initially, but will likely go to touch now. And he doesn't just find a touch, he finds the best touch possible. Pins Brazil tight back to their 5-metre line. And they go too early on the throw, which James McCubbin did exceptionally well to reach across and gather. Rafael dos Santos, the major aerial threat here, as far as Brazil are concerned. But he can't leap high enough to disrupt the throw, but he certainly has got a big left shoulder on him as well. Stops the Uruguay attack in their tracks, and then that's snaffled up by Robert Tenorio. Brazil with the turnover, and Brazil looking to work their way out of the 22. Out to the right edge they go, a skip and then some strength in the tackle. The transfer to De Souza. Big men in these Brazil ranks. They pose a true physical threat. None more so than Dos Santos. Dos Santos skips inside, but can't escape the clutches of Bautista Basso. Lima, young halfback. Lorenzo Teme Masari almost getting away. Ardal's on his own in the 15-metre channel. Bit of defending to do here against Tenorio, and he does it really well. Facciolo then across, and then some brutal counter-upping, and Brazil getting all wrapped up by Amarja. Lima spots a bit of room in the backfield. That's cute if it can pay off with the footwork. It's an incredible pickup. Loses his footing, but finds Dos Santos. Dos Santos Teixeira. Well, the try will go down in his name, but there needs to be one giant Daniel Lima-shaped asterisk for the creative work that he did to make that score. Hot ball pass to find Dos Santos Teixeira. And then Brazil managed to find some touch from the kickoff. So all in all, a pretty positive 4.5 minutes for Brazil. Brazil are making the going tough for Uruguay, who, it has to be said, have not been at their fluent best in Santiago. Facciolo looks to inject a bit of energy into the attack. Ardao on the shoulder. Lima set upon by Grige and Basso. At his feet, far too foxing for those two. The coolest man in this Santiago sun right now. The try scorer, Texera, showing dexterity as well as power. Brazil finding meters easy to come by, and the tackles even easier to break. Oh, please score, yes! What a team try. Rounded off by Matias de Souza. Instinctive offloading at its very finest. Bravo, Brazil. And well worth this 12-point lead that will no doubt grow to 14 after the Duque conversion. Final action of the first half, and it's one that Brazil all to do for Los Terros. The last time they were in a major competition in Santiago, they sealed their place at the top table of shortened format rugby. It was victory at the Estadio Lucia in the Challenger event, but less fond memories on this trip to Santiago so far, unless that can change with an attacking venture down the right-hand side. Better from the sky blue of Uruguay. Facciolo looking for the inside ball and finding that support. Mateo Vinales with the score. I beg your pardon, it's Valentin Grige, who looks to have taken a knock to the face on the way to that try line. The venture down the right-hand side was what gave them the momentum. That was what set up the sweep to the left. Grige to Facciolo, drawing in defenders, and Grige with the smart line on the inside shoulder. Uruguay 5, Brazil 14. Question marks over obstruction. Lima, again, drops it onto the toe. Asks Menezes to get after it, but he can't grasp the opportunity. So Ardao slings it to Liechtenstein. And back to the right-hand side they go. Ardao finding traffic both blue and yellow and gets penalised for crossing. So with all those bodies there, he was adjudged to have intentionally run behind his own player, thus creating obstruction for the opposition defence. Tight one to call. Could be that as it may. From the blast of the whistle, Uruguay have gone from a promising position down the right-hand side 15-metre channel to now defending near their 22. There was the arm across the face of Grige as he scored. Ardal, taken from an offside position. He knew immediately, looking up to the referee, so Uruguay will play with the penalty advantage. Arcos Perez mixing things up, finds Viñals. Viñals slaloming. Great awareness to release the ball and get up and buy some time for his teammates who were trailing in support. Penalty given away by Brazil on the breakdown. All the energy, all the impetus with the Sky Blues. Ardal, one last pass, try time for Baltazar Hamaja. We go to the TMO, which is a service that hasn't been lent upon a huge amount. No try. Knock on the call. Let's take a look. We've got the benefit of a TMO. Out to Amarja, who certainly lost it. Very uncharacteristic from such a clinical finisher, but great credit to Daniel Lima. The scrum, as messy as it gets, and just as the ball presented itself to Liechtenstein. The knock-on coming. Brazil still 2 points, 2 scores clear. Really flirting with danger in their own dead ball area. Driven back. And a 5-metre scrum will be Uruguay's. Just got themselves bogged down and couldn't get out of trouble. Direct off the scrum from Viñals, denied. And intercepted from the passer of Liechtenstein. Offside the call against Dos Santos Texeira. And Basalt won't be denied from point blank range. It was a heavy hit coming in from Lima, but Batista Basalt with the length in the levers to reach and dot down. Liechtenstein misses. But really, it's not too grave, as Uruguay needed another score anyway. .45 seconds left. Uruguay trailing by 4. But not for much longer. This time, Amarja makes absolutely sure. A muted celebration, but a celebration nevertheless as Los Terros swoop in for a score to take the lead. A fine attempt, but still a 1-point game and 1 play left in the match. As Baltazar Amaja won it at the very last moment for Uruguay. That looks to be the case. There's no time left on the clock, and Diego Wardal will coast across the touchline. And Uruguay will seal 5th place. But boy, did Brazil make them work for it.